If you are talking about a two-state solution as anything that would be viable for Palestine, you are deeply unserious. You are deeply unserious in betraying how little you fucking know about Palestine. Because anybody with a shred of knowledge, a shred of principle on Palestine knows that a two-state solution has never and will never be viable. That even if it were viable, even if it were something that Palestinians wanted or that was just, which is not, it is not just, and nor is it something that Palestinians want. Even if it were the case, Israel will never let it happen. Because what does that mean? That now Palestinians have their own air force, their own control over their borders, their own army, their own navy. They have to be able to get from Gaza to the West Bank, which means that Israel has to let them get from Gaza to the West Bank. That means that the hundreds of thousands of illegal settlers in the West Bank would either have to leave the West Bank or become citizens of this so-called two-state Palestine. It is so outside the realm of the possible and has always been, but particularly since the 1970s when Israel ramped up its settlement efforts, specifically so the two-state solution would never be a possibility. And if you're actually talking about a two-state solution and ignoring the fact that there already is a one-state solution, it is just a one-state solution with the Zionist entity at the helm, then once again, you're deeply fucking unserious. The mere words two-state solution are a fantasy. They are a fucking fantasy. And they do not account for the fact that Palestinians have an internationally enshrined right of return. That means Palestinians everywhere in Palestine, including 48 Palestine, historic Palestine, what is currently known as the Zionist entity, they have the right to return to their homes. So any kind of two-state solution that doesn't account for that is no solution at all. So if you're trying to use the two-state solution as proof for why Democrats are good on Palestine, why your candidate was good on Palestine, please just keep your mouth shut. Because you're betraying how little you know. And it's okay to know little. It is not okay to know little and then come online and act as if you know everything and lecture the rest of us who do know what we're talking about.